All right, everybody. So wild card weekend wrapped up, and I want to start off just talking about the Washington Commanders and that impressive victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Commanders would win 23-20. Jaden Daniels is a star, and if he isn't, he is right there on of becoming a superstar. The Commanders have their franchise quarterback for the next decade and a half, maybe almost 2 decades, depending on how everything flows with Jaden's health. But man, you talk about composure and you talk about confidence, especially in the 2-minute drill, and not just with Jaden, but also with Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson Jr. and Terry McLaurin and De'Ami Brown and also Zach Ertz. And then kicker Zane Gonzalez kicking the game-winning field goal with the doink, or the divisional doink, to make it to the next round in the divisional playoff. Boy, the Commanders have been such a great story this year. And Jaden Daniels, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Jaden Daniels most likely will win this year's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Dan Quinn, he's got a very strong shot at winning this year's Coach of the Year. What a great season, a great turnaround it's been for the Washington Commanders. Kudos to management with Josh Harris, the majority owner of the team, also Magic Johnson, the minority owner of the team. Of course, a lot of key personnel making big things happen with that organization. Doug Williams, who's the executive director of player personnel with the team. Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator. Joe Witt Jr., the defensive coordinator. Just Washington's got talent, and Washington could give Detroit some fits in this divisional weekend that's going to be coming up. But man, the Washington Commanders, again, boy, what a story that they've been this year. And Jaden Daniels is a star, and he's on his way to becoming a superstar in no time, with the Commanders beating the Buccaneers 23-20. Of course, other action, we had the Monday night wildcard game with the Los Angeles Rams taking care of the Minnesota Vikings 27-9. Sam Darnold did not play a great game in this contest. The future is going to be interesting. This offseason is going to be interesting, not just for Sam Darnold, but for the Minnesota Vikings. Do they bring Darnold back for another 2, maybe 3 years, or do they officially ring in the J.J. McCarthy era next year? It's a lot of decisions that are going to be made for the Vikings in that offseason. And as far as the Rams are concerned, they'll move on to the next round to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. But the Rams, again, it was a highly emotional game for them in the midst of the ongoing wildfires in the Los Angeles area. And certainly they had a lot to play for. The game was moved to Glendale, Arizona, which is the home of the NFL's Arizona Cardinals. But the Rams emotionally were coming into this game, and they had a lot to play for. And certainly they showed up and handled their business, beating the Minnesota Vikings. Also, we had the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers. Saquon Barkley rushed for over 100 yards in this game. The Eagles, again, I mean, it was a dominant performance on the defensive side. Offensively, again, they didn't put up a lot of points, but hey, it doesn't matter. A win is a win, and you take it, especially in January when you're in the playoffs. So the Eagles will go up against the Rams in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field. The Buffalo Bills, led by Josh Allen and company, they dismantled the Denver Broncos 31-7. The Baltimore Ravens handled their business, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-14. And the Houston Texans took care of the Los Angeles Chargers 32-12. All right, so that takes care of your results from the wild card weekend, and just some news to pass along to you. So after 6 seasons as the Dallas Cowboys head coach, Mike McCarthy and the team mutually part ways. Both sides, they could not agree on a new contract. So in his 6 seasons with the Cowboys, McCarthy won 2 NFC East division titles and had 3 playoff appearances. So what's next for McCarthy? Well, as this show is airing, McCarthy is going to meet with the Chicago Bears, and that could be a big hire for Chicago because, you know, offensively, the Bears have the talent with Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet at the tight end position, then DJ Moore at the wide receiver position. So offensively, a lot of talent, and if Mike McCarthy goes to Chicago, that could pay off big dividends for the Bears. But again, he's expected to meet with them, and we'll see what happens with that. And the New England Patriots, they've hired Mike Vrabel as their new head coach. And from 2001 to 2008, Vrabel played linebacker for the Patriots, where he won 3 Super Bowls and was selected to 1 Pro Bowl. And then from 2018 to 2023, Vrabel was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. As the head coach, he won 2 AFC South division titles, had 3 playoff appearances, and won Coach of the Year in 2021. So New England sticks with home cooking. They hire Vrabel, and think it's a good move for them. I honestly thought they would give Gerard Mayo at least 1 more year, but Vrabel has the championship experience, and he has the pedigree, and hopefully bigger and brighter days lie ahead for the team up in Foxborough. All right, so now it's time to give you your divisional weekend schedule. We have on Saturday, January the 18th, will be the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Central on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN Plus. And then it's going to be a big one in the Motor City in Detroit with the Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on Fox. And then on Sunday, January the 19th, the Los Angeles Rams head to the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Kickoff is at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central on NBC and Peacock. And then we have the Baltimore Ravens going up against the Buffalo Bills. This should be, I think this game could determine who wins the league MVP. Lamar Jackson going up against Josh Allen. Kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on CBS and Paramount Plus. And some other news to pass along to you. In next year's game in Berlin, Germany, the NFL has announced that the Indianapolis Colts will take part in the Berlin game in 2025. The opponent has not been named as of yet, but once again, for the 2025 NFL game in Berlin, the Indianapolis Colts have been named as one of the teams to participate. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.